Alright, hey everybody, the Chosen Khan here with the real Chosen Khanvict, by the way, right?
Khanvict.
Khanvict.
The Chosen Khanvict.
I'm gonna switch it up, put the V right here, it's gonna be here, right Luke? So basically what we're here for today is to talk about me dropping out of school, I'm sorry mom and dad, and Asad quitting his job, right?
Sorry, mom and dad twice.
Yeah, you quit 2 times,
Two
right?
different jobs.
Then I don't even get a job, so no one really will hire me, so I haven't been able to quit yet. But I'm looking forward to that day. So what I wanted to go dive into today is basically what your mindset was like, because that's not the normal routine for people, right? Quitting their job and going into DJing fully. You're already DJing, but you're like, you know what? I'm quitting my high-paying job. And so what was that like?
I think we were talking about it a little bit earlier. It's just I realized that I wasn't born to be an engineer when I was at AMEC. I used to work for a different company.
You got the iron ring, right?
Yeah, I got the ring. I should probably take that off because I'm really not using it. But realized that, so quit that, set up Decibel, went to real estate. I have a great job, a great company, but my passion for music just keeps growing. There's a new height that I want to take it to, and I've hit a point where it's like I have to choose one or the other. So I got between choose what I really love doing, which is my passion, which is music, and I want to share that with the world, and I want to travel while I do it. Or I go into this corporate job that I have, which is a brilliant job, and I work for a great mentor, and which will, make me lots of money and all that stuff. But so I had to make the call, and I chose to go the other way, man.
Well, what's interesting is that basically you're doing the same old routine every day when you do the corporate job, maybe, right? And I was in the same old routine at university. And it's kind of like breaking free from that.
Yeah.
And saying, you know what, man, I've been going to the class every single day, doing the same thing. I'm the exact same person as I was yesterday. But now with you going into these uncharted waters, it's like, you know what, you're going to become, you're going to evolve, you're going to grow, and you're going to be super uncomfortable because you're not going to be living with this paycheck taking care of you. I'm not going to be living with this degree that people are going to say, now we'll take him seriously. He has a degree now. Now, like, yo, this guy, I gotta take him seriously. With this, it's actually making you figure out who you really are.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, I'm Asad, this is who I am. I'm Abubakar, this is who I am. It's not that I'm Abubakar and this is my degree, and I'm Asad and this is my high-paying job. Yeah. Right? What do you think about that?
Yeah, so it's not just the money. Like, Decibel still makes me pretty good money, and we're talking about the fact that you still have to conduct the business that must be conducted to pay the bills and live the life you have to do. It was more so about. And it's, coming, even Isle of Man is such a good example because I know a lot of the corporate jobs are very static. We do the same thing over and over. Isle of Man wasn't like that. It's very dynamic. I had a different day. I'm meeting people. It's a great job. But it's just that it was between one great job that, I enjoy to a certain degree and it's lucrative financially. And another one that allows me to really chase two things I'm very passionate about, which is music and travel. I want to see the world. I want to go everywhere I can, and to go and share, music with people that you've never met is like I cannot describe that energy on stage, man. Like there's like 500 people in front of you or 1,000 people, you've never met them, but or you're trying to figure out what they want to hear next and what they're gonna move to next for 6 hours. Mm-hmm. You connect with them without having ever said a word to them. So that's what really draws me towards what I do, and I don't get that kind of satisfaction in a real estate deal, right? Like so. Whereas like I have friends that do.
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't for you.
It just wasn't for me.
See, that's what I want to elaborate on. Is I found a lot of kids, a lot of my friends, myself in general, at university, I was doing the same old thing, and I wasn't getting that rush or that energy like you're saying you do when you're DJing, and I was doing it, and I'm like, man, I was meeting people that kept going on that cycle. So they'd graduate from university, and then they'd be like, you know what, I don't know what my passion is. I'm going to go back to university and get my master's. Still don't know what I really love doing because they're just doing the same old routine of, you know what, I'm good at school. So what I wanted to bring up today was like, figure out who you are. And then we're going to elaborate on that later on as well, just in the podcast. Figure out who you are, and then what does it take? The opportunity, right? When it presents itself. I want to know what opportunity it was that presented itself for you that led to you becoming DJ Khanvict.
Yeah, so the taking of the opportunity is important because we say do what you love or whatever it is, right? Find who you are. Well, how do you do that? You don't know who you are. You don't know what you're passionate about until you've tried different things and you've tried new things. And then you try something, you do it, and you're like, man, that felt really good to do for like an artist or a chef. A chef might really enjoy the first time he puts a meal together. He's like, man, that was fun. I had a good time. I'm going to go back and I'm going to take culinary classes and so forth, right? And that's how you then grow and get better at your craft or whatever it is. But a chef didn't just become a chef by just waking up one morning and saying, I think I'm really passionate about cooking, you know? He had to go and try it to learn the fact that he enjoyed it. And different points in your life, if you feel like you're being stagnant, that's the worst thing. If you're being stagnant, I think that's the biggest crime, because stagnant water goes bad. Even stagnant anything goes bad. So if you are in a position where you're not growing or learning, you need to get out of that position. You need to put yourself in a position where you are growing. And if an opportunity comes on your door that says, hey, you might want to try this and that might result in, you you finding something that you're really going to grow in, then take that opportunity. Don't sit at home. And for me, that's how it happened, you know? Like I ran into an old friend at a gas station, told me to come meet his dad the next day for a job, and I didn't have a job that summer. Mm-hmm. Woke up the next morning and I contemplated it. I remember thinking about that.
Yeah.
And I went and I saw his father, and he gave me a job on the spot, and that job was to go and follow one of their DJs, and that, you know, led me to becoming a DJ. I didn't even know what a DJ was at this point. Yeah. If I went to a party, I thought music just played. I didn't know there was a guy who was actually playing the music.
Shuffle on. Yeah. Oh, that's what I used to think.
I didn't know there was a guy who was actually like standing there vibing it. This actually brings me to another story. I was in Toronto 2011 after I just got into DJing, right? And this is another really good example of how opportunities work. I was working for Hydro One, which is like the equivalent of BC Hydro there in Toronto. I live downtown. And I moved from one condo to another. Yeah. And it's summertime, 4 o'clock, finish work, I'm tired, I want to go home, watch some TV, chill out. I get out and I get a call from my old landlord, and he says, hey man, how you doing? I'm like, good, what's going on? Like, I thought maybe I didn't pay the guy or something. Yeah. He's like, hey, I need a favor. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, this guy who moved into the condo after you left, he's this older guy who doesn't know how to use the internet, he can't figure it out. And I live all the way in, you know, Mississauga, and it's like a 2-hour drive with traffic. Do you mind just walking over and helping him out? And part of me was like, man, I'm tired. I got no business going helping this guy. I don't know who this guy is. But I was like, whatever. So I grabbed a Big C bike. You know, they got the Big C bikes there. Rented a bike, scooted over to the condo, went upstairs, met the guy. I was fixing up his internet. The guy, like, he looks like this, like, he's got like that rich man tan. Like, he just got off the beach and long hair. So we just started talking, and he goes, so what do you do? And I said, just casually, I said, oh, I'm becoming an engineer, and I DJ a bit. Yeah. The minute I said I DJ a bit, he's like, oh, come, I'll show you something. He takes me out to the balcony and points at this beautiful yacht on the lake. Mm-hmm. He goes, see that yacht right there? I was like, yeah. He's like, that's mine. I rent that out for private events all summer long. That's what I'm here for. Yeah. So this guy's life is phenomenal. This is what he does. He's got this beautiful yacht that he travels out all summer long in Toronto for private events. And as soon as winter hits, he has a motorcycle. He gets it shipped over to a different country every winter in the southern hemisphere, and he rides a motorcycle in a different country. Damn, yeah. All winter long. Then he comes back and does the summer again. But the thing that came out of me making that decision to go there was that he made me the resident DJ on his yacht for the rest of the summer.
Wait, so you were DJing on a yacht all summer?
I was DJing on a yacht all summer.
I might have to become a DJ now, man. I think it's time.
And it was amazing because I can't cook to save my life, and he would let me take all the food home after. Yeah. So I had great food all summer long.
See, well, the reason why I love that story as well is that you took the opportunity. And a lot of the times when you're in like maybe some institution, what I find is that we get stuck in the same old routine, and when an opportunity does pass us by, it does just that. It passes by. We don't grab it. So for you, just being able to do that, man, that's powerful. And that's why, if you want to tune into the rest of it, check out the podcast, because me and Asad, we're going to dive deep into that. Take the opportunity. And you know what? It's okay if you do quit at something, because maybe there's something out there that's far greater for you. So thank you again to DJ Khanvict. And we're going to have all this stuff posted online on the website. So I look forward to seeing you in the future. And by the way, I need to book you for my wedding. That I don't have anyone yet, but
whenever you do, I'll be there.
All right, thank you, everyone. Peace.